You find a thumbnail yet?
I found it. And we are recording so we could start whenever.
Hey everyone, it's Rich.
And Ersan.
Yep, we're here to review episode 19, Summit.
That's right. That's right. Wow. Talk
What a
about
fuck.
an episode that basically takes place in one setting.
No, yeah, one is like a little bit 2, 3 towards the end, but the majority is in one setting.
Yeah, badass episode. Really great. We get a lot of to give everybody just the skinny on the episode. Basically, find out that the Reach is playing the Light is playing the Reach, everybody's playing each other. Don't know if everybody's playing with each other, but people are being played.
Yeah, including Black Manta.
Yeah. Our heroes are playing the Light and the Reach. You know, you think that they Ra's al Ghul takes the thing off of Artemis, but no, it's a ploy, you know. Solid, kind of basically like exposing everything. This is
Deathstroke shoots Calderon and Artemis. Well, what we think is Deathstroke.
Right. It's just a lot of like. This is like your wrap-up episode. You kind of have to expose everything, and it also helps with eventually helping the Justice League because they get a actual confession. So that's pretty much it, episode 19, Summit.
Yeah, we get a lot of surprises, a lot of twists.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we have a lot of fake outs.
A lot of fake outs, yeah.
You know, we got a lot of big fight.
Right.
We get
big fight, well coordinated fight as well, which I thought was pretty rad.
We get Wally back in the old yellow and reds.
Woo! Beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, we get it's like they think like 10 steps ahead. Like you said, you know, we think Ra's al Ghul's figured it out. Although, but it wasn't. And then the glamour charm also works as a recording device.
A lot of crazy stuff happens in this episode. I like that the writing made it so that they can bring everybody together in this. We get that Aqualad Black Manta fight, which I thought was really cool. I like that they, you know, and I guess when you think about it, sure, they do have to eventually fight when you get the fake out. You know, Aqualad, I think, really for the first time in this episode, for the first time in season 2, you really felt like we had Calderon back, and this was his like real back. Because then he gets back into the Aqualad suit, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, and then the Koreans start sending out leader positions. What would you rate this episode?
What would I rate this episode? This is as close to a 9.5 as I can give it. What about you?
10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really like the twists and the turns. I like how they like. I usually don't. I'm not like one of those people that really like big fight. Sometimes, I mean, I like it when it's maybe 1-on-1, and you know, sometimes big fights just come out very sloppy.
Right.
But this one came out very neat. Everyone, you know, we revealed like the look on the Light's face when they found out. Like they were like, no, look on actually the Reach's face when they found out the Light's been playing them. And so he gets absorbed in this episode, the leader, right? The ambassador.
Yeah, he does.
And Black Manta absorbs him.
Yeah, they commit, not mutiny. Maybe it might be considered mutiny, but he's rendered unfit to serve.
Yeah, and yeah, it was a great episode. We get Vandal Savage. We get Clarion's back.
Yeah, Clarion came back. He was in a ring. He's hanging out in a ring, like a genie, like that's bound to an item. That was a little interesting.
World it gets activated again.
That's right.
Savage steals it. Somehow he beats Black Lightning, Black Canary, and Captain Marvel.
Right.
I wonder if he did Clarion was with him.
I think, you know, Vandal Savage is that dude. It seems, you know, he's him.
True.
Because he mentioned something about being alive for 50,000 years or something like that.
Not like that, but yeah, like he beats them. You don't actually even see the fight. You just see him coming, and you see them getting like charging him.
Yeah.
The next scene you see, at the Watchtower, And you see Flash, and then all of a sudden they come, Bluetooth opens up and they fall out. Superboy didn't have any speaking parts, so I noticed.
Yeah.
They did make a sense that when they can neutralize everyone,
Right.
Superboy's the only one that would probably give him a problem.
Right. That's a nice little respect factor, I guess.
Yeah, no, Wolf will be in the episode, to be honest.
No Wolf? Well, if Wolf was in this episode, he would have just got slapped up.
Probably, yeah, smart.
Yeah.
No, it was really a really good episode.
That's true. We also lose the Green Beetle technically, and he goes back to his Martian form. So not bad, very in depth. We get little callbacks. We finally see the Lagoon Boy, Miss Martian, sort of. Okay, they're fine now. Everything's cool. He helped her.
He rescues her from the fired snake.
Yeah. Good writing. I like how our heroes planned everything. Very solid. Very cool.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And episode 20. Endgame. Alright, folks. This one's a toughie, especially if you're a KF fan.
KFC?
Yeah. Oh, this one's a little rough. This one's a little sad and
let's open it on a higher note before we get to that.
I mean, I'm a little sad, I'll be honest with you.
I got it. Don't worry, grab some tissues.
So, yeah, okay. While I do that, you can open the episode.
Alright, so the episode opens up with the last one left off. You get all these alerts, like, these portals are opening. So, they said teams to, stop them and stuff, and work with the Justice League. Was it in this episode or last episode where they go to Rimbor? It was this episode, right in the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so they go to Rimbor and they set, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, and John Lantern and Stuart free with testimony. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It kind of wraps up a lot of what's going on with the Justice League, and basically I like Superboy and Miss Martian trying to convince them that justice, you set these guys free. Basically, it means good things for you guys from a PR perspective outside of that planet or whatever. Trying to convince them and stuff like that.
True, I thought that this was really good. I liked we get to see the Green Beetle gets destroyed.
That's true.
Black Beetle, he's just a regular Martian. Then later on, he gets destroyed by Blue Beetle. When we kind of saw a little bit earlier, he's just part of the Reach.
Yeah, that's right.
He's smaller than the Blue Beetle house, the Black Beetle house.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So basically, in this episode, Black Beetle has set up a bunch of these things that if they crystallize or whatever, they're gonna destroy the planet. Lex Luthor's like, oh guys, I have something that'll help. I don't know if you feel like you can trust him at that point. I would never trust him. But he makes these egg things that you have to basically place on them, and they kind of stop those things from destroying the Earth, but one's missing in Antarctica. And Flash goes, Impulse goes, and Kid Flash goes, kind of abruptly. And then I don't know what the heck happened, but I guess because he's been out of the game for so long that he's not as fast, even though he mentions it. But I don't know. He gets kind of, I guess, absorbed into what I would think and what I'm hoping for is the speed force that they talk about with the Flashes. Robin, pardon me, I still call him Robin. Nightwing tells Calder, I relinquish the team to you now. I'm good. I need a little bit of a break and rightfully so, because a lot of his decision-making skills came into question, especially with Batman off planet. And he really needs to recalibrate and rethink about what the hell just happened. Because there was one point where he lost a good portion of his team, man.
Yeah, there's a point where he wants to be, I don't know, he wants to be accepted, but there's certain things he doesn't want to do. But...
Yeah. We also find out Tim and Wonder Girl are dating.
Cassie.
Cassie, yeah. Also, a little bit of Miss Martian, Superboy coming back together.
Yeah, and it's funny because Superboy noticed it about
Mm-hmm.
Cassie and Tim, and I was telling him like in the comics he's actually best friends with Tim. He's not this age. He's Tim's
Yeah.
age.
Right.
He's the one that has a relationship with Cassie.
Artemis ditches Artemis, and now she's Tigress.
Right. Impulse becomes Kid Flash.
Impulse becomes the new Kid Flash. At least he's wearing the garb, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in the comic. In the comics, Impulse was actually Impulse, and he was Kid Flash. He was Wally's Kid Flash.
Oh, interesting.
And
Virgil is called. He calls himself Static, you know, and now he's part of the team.
He's part of the team, and he's also Black Lightning's. They work together.
His ward, his protege.
I would say ward. Protege is a better word.
It's like if you ever need a leader, man.
You need a mentor. Love to mentor you. Like that's kind of crazy, though. The only thing I thought was a little unrealistic how comfortable he was with his powers.
Right.
Oh, also, we find out that the other kids he escaped with are not joining the team.
Yeah, that's it. They're done. They've been written off. We may never see them again unless it's like a callback to something.
Yeah, it's true. No one really care about those shows anyway. Those characters anyway. To be honest, people care more about Static was the show.
Right. You build those people up so that this way Static can kind of get the shine.
Right. Exactly.
And then at the end we find out, dude, you're right. You called it. G. Gordon Godfrey, working for Apocalypse, and then Vandal Savage boom tubes in, and him and Apocalypse basically hold hands with one another.
Well, they touch each other's forearms.
Yeah, they do. They touch. They hold hands, and what the hell?
And lo and behold, we also find out that G. Gordon Godfrey is working with him.
Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that, nuts. So this episode is kind of just like the wrapping up of the story. So everything's okay for the most part.
And Dick officially leaves. Take a leave
of absence. Yeah, sabbatical.
And they're right back into work.
Right. My worry is that Calder kind of just easily jumped back in, but then again, he also wasn't with his dad or with the light for really that long.
Well, I don't know. I think they just kind of realized that okay, this is on the cover.
Right.
The thing is, I don't get did Batman and did Aquaman know what was going on? He wasn't really. They didn't really give him a scene where he was like, "Oh, Calder's back."
They probably had to cut it for time.
That was they revealed to him off screen, after everyone else found out.
Right.
By the way, he's faking. But he was right there.
We'll go into rating this episode, and then we'll kind of rate the season overall. What would you rate this episode?
I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that emotional. They had that nice scene with Artemis and all his parents.
Right.
No words were spoken, just they knew.
Yeah, just hugs.
What about you?
9. Good wrap up. Nice Endgame. Also, if you think about it, this Endgame came before Marvel's Endgame. And there's an episode of Star Trek. It's the one with Janeway. It's either Deep Space Nine or after that with Janeway, and they have an episode called Endgame.
Lord.
Oh yeah, very interesting. But I like that they wrapped everything up. I guess for the most part, no stone was left unturned. There's one stone that I think was kind of left unturned, and that's they have Jason Todd as Robin in the little memorial, and we kind of don't have a sort of story on that yet. We kind of just know that he's passed, At least Tula, we know she died. We don't know how she died, so unless you read the comic.
Tula, play the video. Did she die in the video game?
Or in the video game. So there's some off stuff. So maybe there's something like that. And you get some, new characters that have developed kind of strong. Blue Beetle was somewhat of a highlight in this series, in this season. I feel like overall 20 episodes. Lack of Wally, which I wasn't a fan of, even though I understand the story, what they were going for. He's trying to get out of the game and stuff like that. Overall, this season, which in my opinion better than season 1, it's just that I have more nostalgia in my heart for season 1. From a viewing standpoint, this season is so much better. You get so much more character development, deeper connections, stuff like that. This season to me, season 2, shorter in episodes, sure, but 9 out of 10. 9.9 to 9.5 out of 10. Rockin', man. What about you?
We see the Green Lanterns bring them the Reach to.
I'm sure they escort them.
Yeah, and they're still. Oh, it's kind of. I thought of it like the paddy wagon.
Huh.
Kind of like the Green Lanterns, the cops, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff. I like the episode.
Oh, yeah. Overall, what would you rate this? Overall, great episode.
Yeah.
What would you rate the season?
Season, what was that? Let's give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
You?
Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
What about you?
9 out of 10. I like the fake outs, stronger characters, written well.
The twists.
The twists are nice. There's maybe 1 or 2 episodes that are a little bit weak, but nothing too crazy. It goes by fairly fast. They give the right people, they give everybody an opportunity, but you have your main cast. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that we got to see less of Kid Flash. But it is what it is. Otherwise, man, congratulations. We are finished with season 2 of Young Justice Review. Now, there is a season 3 that should be coming up at some point.
Yes. Yes.
But there's a bit of a weird thing because from how season 2 ended to season 3's beginning, there's a large gap because the show was eventually canceled. And then because fans begged for it to come back, they brought it back for a season 3. So when we watch it, we're going to see if anything, because I feel like it was like 5 years or maybe even more. So there was no Young Justice. So now season 3 coming. Anything that you're looking for before we wrap up?
I'm looking for Titans Never End.
Okay.
The team young or Asian. I don't care if Angelica sounds like an oldie to that song.
Yeah. All right, folks. And just like that, season 2 wrapped up. Rich, congratulations, man.
Congratulations, it was a marathon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, folks, stay tuned. Coming up next, season 3. Peace.
Peace.